Hi, hi everyone. So today's lesson is just focusing on the verses on the human digestive system. So we just pick part of it, and we are going to discuss it from here. So we have got the question with us, which is saying Figure 2 shows part of human digestive system, which is this diagram. You'll be able to see this diagram here. This is the human digestive system. So, if you're able to see the first question, which is question A, is saying identify the parts labeled H and I in figure 2. So, H, if you're able to check there, there's something which looks like a leaf. So that one is just a pancreas. It's a pancreas. So one will say, okay, pancreas. So then, pancreas. Wow. And then so here you don't have to confuse yourself. We have got this part, okay? Then we have got this part, okay? As well as this part where I is pointing. So this part is called appendix. So it is appendix. This part is called appendix. You don't have to confuse yourself. Appendix. Appendix. Okay, that's where those damaged cells are stored for relief. Then we've got this part where I is pointing. That is just a rectum. So rectum. There we've got rectum. Rectum. Finally, the last one here. This is just a anus. So that's where. So we're just interested in these two, which is H as well as the I. So we've answered the first question. Then um, B is saying explain the function of the parts labeled labeled J as well as the K in figure 2. J as well as the K in figure 2. So J is that's just a large intestine. So if you go to university, you find that or just there, I'm sure at your level, it's still more there. You still have to be specific. So this one is just ascending colon. You can say, okay, large intestine or ascending colon. Then when you're going this direction, here we call it as what? Uh, Descending colon or large intestine. So this one, J is just what a large intestine. So what's the function of the large intestine? The function of the large intestine, that's where water, mineral salts, and vitamins are being absorbed. So I said water, mineral salts, as well as vitamins are being absorbed. When you eat something, you drink water, you find that water, mineral salts, as well as the vitamins will be absorbed in your what? In your large intestine. So just pick one. So one we say you can just pick one, which is it. That's where water uh, absorbs absorbs water. We have got mineral salts. Sorry. Mineral salts and vitamins are absorbed. vitamins, vitamins are absorbed. Still done for this guy. Then I've got in uh, K. So K is you'll be able to tell there's something here. Here, this K is pointing somewhere there. We've got this part, big part, which is liver. Then there's just something there down. That is just gallbladder or gallbladder. It depends with where you're coming from. So gallbladder, what's the function of the gallbladder? It's the one which keeps, or it's the one which stores the what? The bowel. Okay, it's the one which stores the bowel before releasing those bowel into the what? Into the duodenum for the emulsification of the what? Of the fats. Okay, so it stores what? It stores bowel. It stores bile salt. So on it stores stores bile bile salt before releasing that bile into the duodenum for the emulsification. Right. Then we got the next question, which is saying state three metabolic functions of the part labeled uh labeled that is labeled L. Labeled L. So labeled L, this part labeled L, that is just a what? A liver. And what's the function of the liver? Well, very easy. We know liver plays a very crucial roles in the digestive system. So the first one is it involves in the deamination of excess amino acids into urea. So what do we mean by deamination? It just converts the excess amino acids to urea. Okay? It converts excess amino acids to urea. Then the other thing is that it is involved in detoxification of harmful substances such as alcohol as well as drugs. So it involves in the detoxification of harmful substances such as alcohol as well as the drugs. Then the other one is it regulates the what? The blood sugar level. Okay? It just converts the excess glucose to glycogen for storage. So if you've eaten, for instance, you've eaten carbohydrates. Carbohydrates contains a lot of what? A lot of sugars. So if it has a lot of sugars, meaning it will be converted to glycogen for storage. When you under stress, or maybe you have got shortage of what? Of sugar in your body, meaning that glycogen will be broken down or will be converted back to what? To the glucose, so that your body can use it. So we said one, it it converts excess, not just glucose, but excess glucose. Excess glucose to glycogen for storage. for storage. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Then the other one is we said it is involved in the elimination of excess amino acids. Deamination. So you can say deamination. Deamination of excess amino acids. Amino acid to what? To urea. That's all. Still done. Then we have got the other one, which is the last one. We can say for detoxification of harmful substances. For instance, those who are taking beer. Let me just write it here in down. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Here, I'll just so three. Just here. Sorry for that. Don't have enough space. So detoxification of detox detoxification of harmful substances. Harmful substances to less toxic substances. So thanks to the liver, because it helps those who drink too much to survive. They still survive simply because they have a liver. Then we've got the last one, which is saying the last one, which is saying outline two effects of the elements of the part labeled J in figure 2. So which one is label which one is part J? So this guy, which is this guy. Okay. So this guy we said is large intestine. Okay. Now from there we can conclude to say large intestine, that's where water, mineral salts, as well as vitamins are being absorbed. Okay, so if that one is damaged, if large intestine, if the walls of large intestine is damaged, or if the wall of intestine is damaged, so what will happen? Do you think water will be absorbed? No. So the answer is no. And what will be the result? A lot of water will be what? Will move together with the waste product. As a result, the person will suffer from what? Will suffer from diarrhea. Okay, so one we can say diarrhea. One we can say diarrhea. Diarrhea. So diarrhea. What else? And okay, let's go back again. What if the food is moving slowly? Okay, let's just proceed with a simple statement due to reduced what absorption. Absorption. Wow. Okay. Then the other one, the last one now, which is in okay, let's go back to the question. Now we said when the water is not being absorbed, um, a large volume of water will go together with the waste product. As a result, the person will suffer from what? Will suffer from diarrhea. Besides that, when the food is moving very slow, when the food is moving very slow, okay, you find that a large volume of water will be absorbed. Okay, when the food is moving very slow, large volume of water will be absorbed. As a result, the person will suffer from what? Will suffer from constipation. So constipation is just lack of eating foods that contain fibers. Okay, so when the food is moving very slowly in large intestine, you find that a lot of water or large volume of water will be absorbed. As a result, the food which is going there will have no water. Okay, so the person will suffer from what? Constipation. So the other one is two. You can say constipation. Constipation. Due to what? Slow movement of feces. Due to movement of feces. Thanks, guys. I'm sure you've gotten one or two things from what you've done so far. I'm sure the question wasn't that much complicated. Yeah, just wait for the next video. Thanks for your watching, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.